Ms. Reckless. I'm going to go ahead and get this started for y'all. So, if any of you guys, when y'all first start off on your campaigns, um, not really the campaign, so to speak, but your chaos theories, you're listed with, depending on which packs you have Jurassic Park, then the San Diego, East Lasorna Site B, Jurassic World, Nublar, and Dominion. So, what we're going to be focusing on today is our regular just Jurassic Park. So I'm going to show you
The
guys some tips,
mosquito,
tricks,
frozen in
things to go
time
ahead and
for millions of
kind
years
of make things a little bit easier for
and
you. So let's
trapped
get
within
started.
it. Well, that discovery would change our world. For a while, we thought that this was as close as we could get
I'm going to go
to
ahead and skip through
dinosaurs.
this so we can get to it.
Wonderful, isn't it? This is a paradise, but it is missing what it once had. Until we bring them back, this place will show people something spectacular. Dinosaurs, no longer confined to our imaginations. Dinosaurs in the flesh. And the moment people see them, that moment of astonishment, of magic, well, you're going to be a part of that spectacle. Jurassic Park will open on schedule, and the world will be as it once was, a land of the dinosaurs.
All right, so go ahead and pause your game. So you realize that once we get started, you're starting off with like 30 million, right? So a lot of this, they're going to end up talking and talking and talking. So you're going to go backwards. So we're going to do it super slow.
Ah,
So you're not
good,
losing any
good.
money and they're
Glad
still
to see
talking
you're getting
normally.
settled
So
in.
go ahead
I
and let
want
them
to
do that.
introduce you to Lily Halford, who is our Director of Operations here at the park. She'll get you up to speed.
And
Thank you,
I'm
Dr.
definitely going to
Hammond.
be changing this
John,
'cause
please.
Oh, right then. As Dr. Hammond, oh, John, has already told you, our goal is to get Jurassic Park fully operational as quickly and safely as we can. We are literally doing things that were considered impossible, so it will be a challenge.
Making the impossible possible. Yes, yes, I rather like that.
all right. So the first thing they're going to have you do is build a visitor
We will need to
center
prep
and
the
a science
facility for the
center.
dinosaurs.
So
Begin with a
personally, I like
functioning
to make
visitor
mine
center
kind of
and a
even
science center. And
with
remember
the
that
water.
both must be
Just so if
connected
you're
to
thinking of the
pathways.
movie,
Oh, and power
you can do it
as
like
well.
this.
I can see that all is in good hands. Do carry on.
We'll
And
keep
then
you
get your
updated.
science center.
Splendid. Absolutely splendid.
I want to make mine kind of right up with this so that way when I go to put my stuff in. But they want you to do it this way. You can always fix it later down the line. So it's not a big deal. Because I don't want them walking in front. I'm going to actually have them walk ahead, like, or behind it, I mean. I just like the appeal of it being like very similar to how it used to be, like old wise. So we're gonna go this way. Just make some curves. Don't have to be perfect. All right, so they're both connected now. So you don't need a power grid just yet.
Jurassic Park has a
I think
top
the next one we're
geneticist.
gonna have,
Top. Dr. Henry Wu. I
let's
should
see.
expect that you'll be meeting him soon. That is, if
Let's
you
go
haven't
ahead and
already.
unlock our hatchery.
I'm settled in and ready to get started. So if we're to get the
Now, as
dinosaurs
far
we
as
want, we
your
first need a
scientists
hatchery.
go,
If you could construct one, then my staff and I can get to work.
these are all good and all, but you're gonna definitely want somebody with logistics. So while that's doing that, we're going to go over here, even though it hasn't prompted it for the mission just yet. We're going to unlock some stuff for our park. So go ahead and get your improved technology. We're going to do our power station, substation, and pylons. So here we can actually fast forward it a little bit so the research goes a little faster. Slow it down again. We got to put our hatchery right here. And then we'll build personally, I'm not like exceedingly worried about it being perfect, but at the same time, I'm a stickler for things being like kind of even, I guess you could say. And that is absolutely not even, but it is what it is. I think it's because this isn't technically straight because the fencing isn't straight, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to fast forward that so we can get that built. All right, now slow it down again.
Velociraptors.
Lots of slowing and
Yes.
speeding up here, guys.
We're going to start with raptors. I know you may have concerns, but both John and I agree that they represent some of our most viable candidates. You'll need to synthesize their eggs using the available genome research I've provided. And of course, let me know the results the moment you have them. Our first synthesis was unsuccessful, which means that we clearly have room for improvement, but we don't stop. We get better. I've identified some areas in the synthesis process that need further research. See what you can learn at the Science Center and get back to me.
All right, so you don't have to actually click on the Science Center. If you're on PlayStation, it's square. Then we're going to go here. Do our structures, infrastructure, and we're going to do a staff center. And we're going to go over here to our design or creation lab. We're going to do improve synthesis. So with that being said, we're looking good so far. So let's keep going. And since we have our small power station, I actually like to put these kind of back here, you know, like out of sight, out of mind type thing.
We're beginning with raptors? I'm not sure we're ready.
Every precaution has been taken. I'm following the science, and these dinosaurs are our best chance at success. We've learned so much, and we'll continue to learn as we move forward.
Yes, yes, of course. And I do understand your concern, Miss Halford.
Every dinosaur carries a certain amount of risk.
And it's our job to mitigate it as much as possible.
Keep the lawyers out of my hair and the dinosaurs safely and happily within their enclosures, and you shall have my eternal gratitude.
Dr. Hammond, does that mean we have your authorization to proceed?
Yes, most enthusiastically.
All right, so let's go ahead and put what I like to try to do. I know it sounds kind of silly. I'm going to go ahead and delete this whole thing because personally, I don't see the point in having exceedingly massive enclosures for my dinosaurs, especially if I'm going to be working with the Expedition Center to get more of the genome, just so that it's not you know, like jacked up. The better the genome, the better the synthesis, and the more you can like make your dinosaurs better. Like they won't like attack your guts or anything. And doing it this way too, just it really ensures, your guests being able to see the dinosaurs and stuff more clearly as well. All right, so you seen that I created an additional enclosure. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to move this building back here. All right, if it doesn't line up correctly, it's no big deal. Just do it like this and you should be fine. All right, we're going to delete this. So the problem with doing the stuff for the Velociraptor, or just raptors in general, is they are very aggressive. So depending on how aggressive they are is going to make it or break it for your park. So with these guys being primarily aggressive, especially with the first movie, if you do remember, it's not hard for them to like break down the barriers, especially whenever you start getting storms and stuff. So go ahead and lay out that staff center. We're going to do that here. We're going to get rid of this because we honestly don't need it right this second. We're going to connect this over here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this first while it's doing that. Now pause it. Okay. Down and over. If you don't like it like that, you can always just go straight across like so. Not a big deal. And create a spot here. And now it's even. Make sure that these are connected. We're going to do the same thing over here. So what we're basically doing is setting up kind of an area for dinosaurs that, we're going to be building some stuff for. These guys, I would much rather prefer us to kind of walk this way. just because I would like, once we start making our, what do you call it? Gosh dang, brain's trying to kill out. The little ride, so to speak, with the Jeeps or whatever, the SUVs. Um, we're going to end up making it go from back here because I want it to come back here, or we can set it up to start over here, work its way around just like in the movie, and then we can go through. It's going to go kind of in front of, like, I would like them to go in front of and around. I really don't want the viewing gallery for the Velociraptor, but I do want them for all the herbivore feeders, all the different herbivores. So this is basically going to make it to where your guests can see them. We're going to go across. It's going to be super close, that kind of thing. So we can actually do this if you guys want. I'm going to do a little bit of curve, just like that. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to need these buildings, but we're not going to build those just yet. So what I'd like to try to do next, aside from making another hatchery for our other dinosaurs that we're going to place in here, which is going to be our herbivores, like our Triceratops and things like that, I want to also create some things that are going to make it slightly easier for us. So let's go to this. We're going to do that because the Science Center needs to be, because it's actually blocked right now just because of the... We're going to add this here. Okay. Go ahead and pause your game. Why did that make 2? That's why it looked weird. I was wondering. And that would also explain why this looks so uneven. This is uneven. I don't know who created this. Like, when they first started making the enclosure just to kind of get the game going, I guess. Like, I guess I'm just weird. I'm gonna spend more time trying to fix this stupid thing than I am actually playing the dang game. How about we just do this instead? With that being said, let's go to our attractions. And we're going to do the guest attractions first. Don't forget to put that gate back up. All right, so we can only do the Velociraptor 1993. So with that being said, these guys are definitely not tolerant. So let's go ahead and make them tolerant. Now that we have the extra spaces here, we're going to go ahead and get a genetic specialist. And I would like to find, that one looks like, I think that one might have been better. No, this one goes up to 9. Yeah, no, that one's definitely better. Not trained. Take this one. Let's do the cheaper expeditions. So we don't need to worry about anything in here. You notice we can't do much of anything without fixing a park rating. So let's let our stuff do its thing. Let's create a couple of these guys. Alright. Next thing we're going to do, believe it or not, delete all your trees out of here. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Alright, pause your game. Go to decorations. Go down to trees. Now, for whatever reason, this stuff seems to cover more, so to speak, than doing the what you do in the little painting tool. So I'm just kind of creating something. Honestly, it doesn't have to be pretty. if you want it to. With this is just kind of to beat the game. The velociraptors prefer a lot of trees. So the more you can put in here, yes, I know these cost 1,000 a piece, but what that does is it allows you to view them throughout this area as well. So you're not just trying to look for them in those trees and everything. Like if you have the painting tool, like say one of them's sick or has rabies or something, you can take the picture, do whatever you got to do, and your units can get to them a lot faster. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get some water in here. I like to do mine kind of like going through, kind of like a river, so to speak. Have to be perfect, y'all. I just do the most because I'm special. Not special as in, oh, I'm better than you. No, I'm special because I don't know why I feel the need to. There. If you want to be extra, I'm doing all of this on PlayStation. I do apologize if it's a little slow. All right. There. Let's add. See, they're gonna want these. So, since we can't use that yet, 5 seconds. All right, so don't push X yet. So instead of releasing, don't release yet. Push the button release via airlift, but don't actually do it. See how that automatically unlocks? It'll automatically unlock your research for the food. So you actually get this like right away instead of having to actually put them in there right away. And you can do this on several other ones too. So we're going to put these here. And I'm going to put another one back here.
Even with Dr. Wu's assurances, we'll want the proper response teams in place. I'm not saying anything will go wrong. I'm just erring on the side of caution. We can start with a ranger post.
So they're
Build one
forest
inside
right
the
away,
Velociraptor
good to go.
enclosure, then
And
create a
they're gonna
response
keep
facility.
going out, so
From there,
honestly, they're gonna be
assign a
fine
ranger
as far as
patrol
the
to the
area.
post.
The area is gonna be a lot better, and there you go. Now they're super happy. Now, if you want to be extra and silly and everything else, you can totally add the raptor paddock. Put mine right here. Again, these are just decorations. They're not usable. You can't do anything with them. All right, so we need a ranger team. And then, of course, we'll begin to do our paleo medical facility and stuff. But the idea of putting our ranger team back here is so that they have easy access without the guests in the way. And we're going to add one of these. I would prefer to keep mine close to the thing, but honestly, we could probably put it right here and move this closer so that they don't get attacked by them. Same goes for this over here. We're going to go ahead and add one here. We'll do the same thing. Go ahead and let her in, Allie. My dog's throwing a fit because she wants in the house. Alright. Because I don't like things being odd, I'm going to go ahead and fix this. You don't have to do it to where these guys are. I mean, a lot of this is going to be a little messed up, honestly. But we're not going to worry about what's going to go in here right away. I'm just going to, I know for me, I'm going to put the Struthiomimus, the Triceratops, and the Parasaurolophus in here. So. We can't do anything with this yet. We've got to progress the mission. So.
We need the animals comfortable in their enclosures. The less they feel stress over their captivity, the more they'll begin to act within their expected behaviors. This is better for them and obviously better for us. Check on the raptors' welfare and remember, they're still getting habituated to their new enclosure.
There isn't much entertainment and educational value in the park if our visitors cannot see our dinosaurs. I mean, what's the point, really, if not to see these majestic animals up close?
Well, we can construct viewing galleries, which should provide the guests with what you're after, John.
They won't believe their eyes.
Which is exactly what we want.
Precisely my thoughts as well, Lily. And why they'll want to keep coming back, time and time again, to Jurassic Park.
Our dinosaurs
All right,
offer
here's our
priceless
paleo
memories for
medical
a
facility.
reasonable
Go ahead and
fee.
slow time down again.
Ah, yes. Now you're getting it.
We need to get a paleo medical facility in place to ensure any sick or injured dinosaurs can be taken care of.
That's a good idea. We need to keep our dinosaurs healthy.
I'm in need of more genetic samples than we have here at the park.
All right, so go ahead and build our expedition center. I'm going to actually put that over here.
We can send out expeditions of our own to gather fossils, but what we really need is for you to get an expedition center under construction. Then, we can extract DNA from these new fossils gathered in the field and
Okay,
rebuild
let's
an
go get
even
this
more diverse set of
Triceratops.
dinosaur genome sequences. This should be your priority.
Let's do faster extraction again. Faster research is a good one. Alright, let's do our fossils. Let's get rid of this. Alright, so we did do the upgrade for these. So let's go ahead and go put this in. Oh no, I thought we did the upgrade for it. Hold on. This is the upgrade we needed. So do faster research.
release a new herbivore into an enclosure. I want to observe these animals in the wild. I mean, as wild as we will allow.